Hello. Is it working? Yeah, it kind of is. So, I received some stuff from a friend of mine from DIY Audio. I'm not sure if you can call it a friend. I mean, you're just discussing stuff, but uh, well, a guy that I know from DIY Audio, and he's called Bensai on the forum. And I received some stuff from him back in the day. And this time, I asked him if he knew where I could find paper or aluminum foil on paper, since it cuts way better on a plotter. It also it cuts better in general, and it was 10 micron thick, which is rather thin for aluminum foil. But he said, well, I cannot find the old rolls anymore. They changed it, and it looks thinner even. And it sounded a bit disappointed, but I think that's really nice. So I might have a source of very thin aluminum foil, and that's, for me, is kind of the problem. You can get 12 micron aluminum foil. The cheaper the aluminum foil with the same amount of meters usually means it's thinner. So they try to skip, or like just the raw material is cheaper. But for me, I think thinner foil is usually hard. It's harder to get. So I asked him for an web address where I can maybe buy my own, and I couldn't find any, and he didn't either, I think. So he sent me one roll of 10 micron and 2 rolls of the new stuff. I did pay for it, of course, but still, this guy is really very well. He helps out always. Also, he has really nice projects. So if you looking for other weird planar kind of things or ribbon AMTs, he's the one that started the whole AMT thing, I think. Maybe someone else, but at least he did a lot of AMTs. Very nice. So I drenched a piece in water because it has paper on it, but it should, and it looks really good. It should come off, and it comes off even better than I thought, because I can just grab it out. Here's the paper. So what we're gonna do is measure it, because I wonder how thin it is. If it is thinner, because at least the OD of the roll it came on is thinner, but that doesn't say much, of course. I mean, you can change out the paper core without changing the foil. So this looks, it feels thinner, but it doesn't feel extremely thin. Just gonna put it on here. Try to kind of dry it as good as I can with one hand. It is thin, but now drop it like this. Oh. So lukewarm water, and you can get it off the paper quite easily. Way more easy than I thought it would be. So there we got our foil. It is really thin. Okay, let's fold it up as good as I can without Yes, Puss, what's the story? Without creating too much faults. Ah, that's 2, 4. 8. 16. Might that be enough? No. 32. It feels quite solid, so it is not really thin. Let's try to zero this thing. It's really annoying, crappy job. Oh, that's too far. That's what usually happens. Fuck, I hate this. That's too far again. That's 0. Zero. See if it is clean and slightly over. That's 0. It's quite hard. Really? 21, 22? Around 22? No way. I think something is going wrong. You see the first line? That's half a millimeter. It goes past that, and it is actually 21.5 or something. Well, let's round it off, 22. So 220 micron. And now I wonder if I counted the folds right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 32. So I did count it right. Well, 1 second. Oh, yeah, normally I use my phone for this stuff, but since my iPhone died, I have to calculate with this. 1 second. If you divide 0.22 by 32, you get 6.8 or something, 6.7. And yeah, well, I'm pretty sure there's also air in between, so I guess it's 6.5 or 6 micron. So that is actually 4 micron thinner, sorry, 4 micron thinner than the previous foil. So they use more paper, less foil. And it is also like half the thickness of any foil I can get. So that might be useful. So normally in the bigger tweeters I use in the, for the full range, for instance, it uses 6 traces of 1.2 meters, and then it has quite a 4 point something or 5 ohms or something. So this would be like 10 or 11 ohms. So you might actually make a ribbon tweeter with this. So for instance, if I only use 2 traces that are not too big, like 2 millimeters or something, I think I might be getting close to the desired 3.3 or something ohms. So this might be a ticket to making a ribbon instead of the normal tweeter. The normal tweeter does some stuff really good, like it goes down to 400 or 300 hertz, something the ribbon would never do. But it could work as just a sort of super tweeter. And people that own Magnepens with the true ribbon tweeter, people usually think they're 3 micron foils and such. I can assure you it's or 2 microns, whatever. It is not. There is either a huge resistor in series with it, because it's never gonna be 2 microns. You cannot handle 2 micron foil. If you ever had like a gold plating, or not gold plating, but gold leaf, or silver leaf, or fake silver leaf, that is aluminum foil by the way, that's 1 micron. You only have to sneeze and it's gone. You cannot handle it. If you push on it, it will stick. I'll show you, by the way. I get some 1 micron foil. So this roll is 1 micron, and it's already sliced in 10 millimeters wide strip, which is really nice and convenient, except for the fact that it's 1 micron. If these guys had like 2, 3, or 4 micron, or 3.5 maybe, that would be awesome for ribbon microphones and ribbon whatevers. But this is 1 micron. This is almost what you should need if you had a true ribbon without any resistors or transformers, because most ribbons use a transformer. But the Magnepens don't use transformers, so I don't think they are this thin. Here, look. If I just push on it, it will stick. And that's and you ripped it. It's impossible to handle this crap. It's so thin, and the reason actually is because it's used for, if you put it on something with a tiny amount of glue or whatever spray stuff, you just use a brush and you can just put it in there and it looks like silver. Of course it's aluminum, but here it's funny because it's lighter than the air. It takes forever to fall. But you cannot make a ribbon out of this. It's impossible. I think you might be able to make a microphone from it, but you cannot corrugate it because it will break instantly. But yeah, 1 micron, not cool. I would like if this came in like 3 micron or something. That might be able to withstand some stuff. And that's probably what they use. I think even Magnepen uses 4 micron. So almost half the thickness of this. And then they use a resistor. First of all, you can tame it, and well, it lasts longer, and the impedance is not so low. So, but this is the thinnest I can find by now, which is you can handle it quite roughly, by the way. So I might be able to go thinner, but I have no source for thinner foil. So 6.5, somewhat. So if you need any and you live in I think it's Denmark or Sweden. I think Denmark, because the currency was something with a D. So you can get this in the store, and it's apparently the only country that has this. Paper on aluminum foil, or aluminum foil on paper, to wrap in, like a dinner or something. Really nice. Nice product, and you cannot buy it anywhere. So that's it about the foil.